Hi guys and welcome back again to the Tech YouTube channel. You would think that we have an Asus graphics card in front of us because of a picture of an owl on the box, but that's not the case, as in front of us stands the Gigabyte R7 370 WindForce model. Other than that and the notion that this is a factory overclocked version with 2GB of video memory, you won't find anything interesting, so we went to the back of the box to check if we can find some more information about the model. There we came across on some detailed talk about the WindForce 2X cooler which this model carries, as well as a mention of the Gigabyte's OC Guru software for overclocking and monitoring, and the ultra durable technology which brings in high quality component design. Opening up the box, graphics card aside, the bundle is really basic, and we would even dare to say disappointing with just quick start guide and optical disc with drivers and software. And here's the R7 370 WindForce graphics card. Cooler design is very similar to the one that we saw just recently when reviewing the GTX 950 WindForce 2X model, and actually that's a pretty common practice for vendors to use one cooling solution across the board. Since the TDP output is a bit higher than with the GTX 950, the R7 370 beside the aluminum heatsink utilizes one big heat pipe which runs through it in an S pattern, while you can also notice a small passive heatsink on the probably VRMs next to the upgraded power design. As a cherry on the top we have two 80mm fans for bringing in the cool air. All of the outer shell is made out of plastic and basically it's here just to bump up the aesthetics of the card. The backside of it, to our surprise, reveals a metal backplate. This gave the card a nice look and some additional cooling capacity and rigidity. Moving to the side of the card you can see a WindForce logo, right above it a Crossfire bridge connection, and on the other end opposite of that a 6-pin PCI Express power connector. This model comes in with a standard set of video output connections for this series, one DisplayPort, one HDMI, one DVI-D and one DVI-I. Taking the R7 370 for a spin and looking at the results of our benchmark and game testing, as we already concluded with our Sapphire R7 370 Nitro review not so long ago, this series brings in decent performance when we talk about 1080p gaming. You can also notice that the R7 370 awkwardly sits in between the R7 360 and the GTX 950, which we've both put in the charts for a better performance orientation. I say awkwardly because the GTX 950 outperforms her for quite a bit, for practically the same price, not to mention that it's also more power efficient and cooler. This is a pretty unique and rare situation to see these two manufacturers having such a competitive showdown in this lower bracket, and it actually started with the release of the GTX 950. We are used to seeing the red team dominating this segment, but it looks like Nvidia has something to say about it. AMD will definitely have to lower down the price of the R7 370 a bit if they plan to stay competitive with it. Maybe they even did at the time you watched this video, because it seems that Nvidia started to play their own game. The load temperatures were pretty impressive, way lower than compared to the Nitro version, especially in load, while idle temperatures were also lower, but on account of the fact that this Gigabyte's version doesn't use any kind of 0 RPM fan mode. The card was a bit louder in load than you would expect it to be for a twin fan solution. It seems that it runs at a pretty high 2200 RPM figure, but since the temperatures are pretty low at load, you can customize the fan profile of the graphics card to run slightly hotter in exchange for a better acoustic experience. Thank you guys once again for checking out our unboxing and review of the Gigabyte R7 370 WindForce graphics card. Feel free to give us a thumbs up if you like this video, leave a comment down below if you have any questions about the product, and of course, if you would like to see more content like this, you can subscribe to our Tech YouTube channel, or you can check out our other videos from before.